So let's talk about why Netflix keeps raising their prices. So I hear that often on social media about why Netflix keeps raising prices and why other companies keep raising their prices. So there's a lot of different reasons why a company will keep raising their prices like Netflix. So I mean, originally, I mean, it was probably $5, $4 to get Netflix. Now you're looking at $7, $8, $9, $10 more, right? So, and when customers see a price change, it can make them to not want to do business with this certain company because they're just so used to paying, especially when people are tight with their budgets right now. So here's some reasons why a company like Netflix would increase their prices. So for one, there's always pressure when it comes to shareholders. So for example, if you have a lot of shareholders that their main goal is to make money, their main goal is to move the company forward as far as revenue, sometimes they're going to say, well, how can we do that? One way is to get more customers. Another way is to raise prices. So one reason is okay, they want to raise prices for the services that they currently offer. And also too is they know people might not cancel. So if we keep paying, then they're going to be like, well, they're going to continue to raise the prices by a small amount. I even noticed this when I use service like Apple. Every now and then I just got a message a couple of days ago about how a subscription is going from $25 to $27. So that's a big deal. It adds up for them. Of course, it adds up, but for the consumers, it can be a big deal depending on your situation. So the reasoning is another reason is because well, they feel like you're not going to cancel. If you don't cancel, then they're going to continue to raise the prices, and they know most people might not cancel. And another third reason is the content. The cost of content is getting higher across the board. You're seeing organizations, studios moving from Los Angeles to other cities that are low cost, New Mexico, Atlanta, other areas. So the cost of production is going up. So this affects everybody. This affects the actors, affects Netflix, production companies. So one way to recruit, one way to deal with that is in general is to increase those prices. That's why you might feel it against other companies too. And another reason why companies like Netflix might raise the prices is because they are one of the go-to platforms to use, right? So every time there's some type of social media frenzy about a viral meme, Netflix is always on the center of it when it comes to any type of movies. I mean, right now there's also a meme about how people plan on doing documentaries. So that social media part is a big deal. Big going viral is a big deal, being the go-to platform is a big deal. So they can charge premium rates. So they know that their buying power, they have a power to continue to get viewers, so they can raise prices just for that reason alone, right? So that can be just another reason why they might say, well, I'm going to increase my prices once you have a certain level. And another reason is they maybe want to stick to a specific market. So maybe they want a market that can afford it. You see with a lot of luxury brands when it comes to business, they price their items super high because they want to get that certain customer, maybe a luxury market, a different marketplace that can help them move forward in a different direction. So it really depends on what's going on with the company, what's going on with the consumers, what's going on is the market share. Are they still leaders? So even inflation plays a role as well. So that's one thing you want to think about when it comes to, in general, price increases when it comes to services like Netflix. And so again, you got inflation, production costs are going up. You got shareholders trying to make more money. You got the fact that people aren't going to cancel, and you got the fact that they are leaders in the industry. All that creates a situation where they might just decide to increase prices. Now, I think one thing companies got to be sure of is making sure they don't increase too much to the point where they're losing a lot of customers. This could create distrust with the community, they feel like it's just a money grab. So companies definitely want to be careful when it comes to at least raising these prices. You want to keep it to the point where people can still afford to pay. So there's arguments about other services. Let's take, for example, barbershops. So discussion is, well, barbershops are starting to raise their prices. And the problem is the people that are getting these haircuts, what's their situation? Are they willing to pay $100 for a cut? Like, what is their lifestyle, right? So if they're paying X amount of dollars for daycare, are they willing to pay for $100 haircut? So price increases also have to deal with who is your target and can your target pay. So that's why a lot of companies and businesses might get in trouble for increasing at a rapid pace, trying to make money or just trying to survive. And there's other ways to survive. So remember, you got ways such as making more money, but you can make more money by getting more customers as well. So keeping the price the same, but increasing the customers, or changing the price so you can make more money off of volume as well. So that's just some of the ways. So again, follow, like, and share, and and comment what do you feel is the reason behind the price increases. Why do they? Do you think it's all about money for them? Do you think they have enough money? They're making all these investments. Money doesn't matter, but they just feel like they want to do a money grab. Do you think it's shareholders? Do you think it's they're struggling? Do you think people can actually pay? And at what point do you think people will actually stop using it? Will actually stop using that service? All right, thanks.